All right, ladies and gentlemen, traders, good morning, good morning, good morning. What's up? What's up? Welcome back. Welcome back to another live session. It's a beautiful Monday morning, June 24th, 2024. And we're here and we're looking forward to having another disciplined day of trading. So, if you're tuning in on YouTube, hit that thumbs up. And if you're a new viewer, consider subscribing. Check out the disclaimer which is on screen for the YouTube, Facebook, and Twitch stream. Guys, remember that day trading is risky business, all right? Risky business. It's not easy. If you're new to the markets, you got to take it slow. Even if you've been around and you're not consistently hitting your marks, you got to take it slow. Utilize the small share size and make sure that your tuition to the market is low. There's no need to pay a high tuition here if you don't want to. But if you're stubborn and you refuse to size down, if you're not consistently hitting your marks, well, your tuition will be pretty big. But again, there's no need to give money to the markets to learn. You can learn in cost efficient ways, small size, risk money, the simulator. All right. And at the end of the day, this is a field that comes down to being disciplined. And, using small share size is sometimes what we have to do, to get ourselves where we need to be. So keep that in mind, right? So with that being said, let's talk about today's watch list. So I hope you guys had a good weekend. Hope you're feeling good. Hope you're feeling ready. So I'm watching three stocks. MLGO, which is up 38%, 8 million shares of volume. XELA, which is a familiar one. That one is up 23%, 3.7 million shares of volume. And then there's REVB. This one is up 40%. And because there's only three stocks, it makes me wonder if I should check out everything else from last week, because none of these stocks look particularly great right away at the first glance. That could change, right? But I wonder if there's gonna maybe, stock from last week that's like setting up on the daily chart, first daily candle, make a new high kind of thing. Guys, hit that thumbs up as you're tuning in, all right? Hit that thumbs up. So MLGO, I'll start with that one, and then I'll make my way through the list. So we know recently we had a massive move. That was on June 4th. Here we are 20 days later, right? June 4th, we had 460 up to 15. It pulled back from there, and today we're seeming to get the first daily candle to make the new high. At least, well, it tried last week actually on the 18th. Got up to 520 and rejected. Today we're back over that level of 520, which is a good sign. So perhaps we can see some, some opportunity. I'm going to map out 521, which was the high of the 18th. 521. I'm going to put that level in blue. If we can hold up above 520, I think that could be pretty good for this stock. But yeah, looking at the daily, the last time we got over 540, 550, we had resistance up at 699. So I'm gonna put a trend line there. 699. All right, pre-market highs. I'm kind of going backwards actually. Usually I'm doing the pre-market high and low first, but I'm looking at the pre-market high. We had a candlestick that wicked up there to 580, but short-lived. I mean, it did have some volume. Short-lived. So we've been trending upwards. So let's see. Kind of been seeing ascending support here, which is good. So, I'll kind of just go with the flow here. I'll map out 580. Perhaps we do get back up there and can keep going. But yeah, if this is strong, can we get to $7? Make sure to take a moment to put on your screen recording. As you guys know, for MMU students, screen recording is mandatory. For those of you on YouTube, Facebook, Twitch, we do recommend recording your screens, as that can help you out when it comes to reviewing and studying later in the day. So that's MLGO. Looks decent. Moving on. REVB. Up 42%. For some reason, the charting doesn't seem like it's up 42%, but it is. The candlesticks. Maybe I need to stretch out the chart a little bit. We got 358 for the pre-market high. The low of the current pullback has been around 290, 280. I'm going to put 285 right here. This could offer a good dip into the open if it comes down and respect these levels. But we'll see. REVB. I'm going to make sure my share size is set. I do want to push more size, but as we know with share size, you got to be accurate. You got to be careful because you can get yourself red very quickly. So let's see. To start the day, 2K shares. Let's see for MLGO. For this REVB, I can do 2,500. XCLA. Yeah, 2,500 as well. And I want to be very quick to go up to like 6,000-7,000, maybe more if the stocks are good. If I can get up to 15,000-20,000 shares today, that'll be awesome. But before I ever size up like that, I need to be in a good rhythm. I don't mind doing it if I'm like connecting and I have that linear, feel for the stock. If not, I'm not doing it because there's just too much risk. XELA, on the other hand, 316 for the pre-market highs. The low of this pullback has been around 244, and perhaps we can get a red to green, at least I hope. All right. Let's see how this daily chart is doing. Looks like it's not really the best, but there might be some opportunities. Let's see. Let me look at it on E-Trade. I do think the E-Trade charting functionality and how it moves and zooms in and out is a little bit better than Thinkorswim, but Thinkorswim overall has better charting, I think. None of these platforms are perfect. Like, they're all kind of like missing something, E-Trade, their charting is a mess in different ways. So yeah, XCLA, maybe 350. We'll see. There are some high points, but I think 350 and then maybe $4 if it's good. At least that can give us a little something something. But MLGO is the one that I'm a little more excited for. But REVB, we'll see if that one does take over early. Other than that, I'll keep an eye on the scans. I'll keep an eye on the chat room because I know there's a lot of great call outs from the guys here. So shout out to the chat, man. The Discord and even the YouTube live stream also has good call outs too. So, my plan, right? More size early. Be patient on the dips. Wait for proper dips. Small size on the dips. Give breakouts a little bit more time to work. And stay reactive. Even if you miss a trade or two, do not get frustrated. Stay reactive. That's my plan. And that was last week's plan into the back half of the week. And so the old plan is the new plan. And that is today's plan. All right. With 30 seconds, I feel pretty good. I'm going to take a sip of water. And I'm going to get locked and loaded. I don't want to be overly aggressive if nothing is calling for that, right? So, it kind of depends on what we see here. If I take a ton of trades early, if not, I'll be on the sidelines. Or maybe I'll even size down the base size a little bit. Less annoying. REVB. I didn't check the ask price there. That's my fault. 47, MLGO, 48. I'd want to see the spread stay tight like this. Because just now we had like a 10-15 cent spread there. There's 50. Maybe there can be a good dip here if this thing comes down some more. REVB on the other hand. REVB seems like it has potential here. But it's a little high up. So I'll give it a sec. There's a small spread here as well. There's 37. I'm going to pull it up on the YouTube screen here in a sec. All right, I'm going to size down just a little bit because we're seeing some losses here early. I got to wait for a pullback. This thing is kind of already at the pre-market high. $40. 45, 50. So we're not seeing a pullback. It's slowly climbing. $57, $58. It's just slowly climbing here. Seems like it's holding. I was gonna get back in a little lower there. I'll take the couple cents. I almost got chopped out there. A good thing I got back in. I took the couple cents. Perhaps could have held it a little longer, but all right. Nice move here. It's actually a pretty strong bounce. The break of 58, hitting 70, but back to 50. Maybe we get a slow grind here as well. Seems like it's holding, but like we're still having trouble here, pulling away a little bit. It's fighting. We've had one pullback so far. The second pullback, I wouldn't really say it's a pullback. It was so tight. Right now, it's fairly high up. It seems to be holding the new high, but we're not pulling away either. That was worth the shot, but only 75. So can we see a pullback here? I gotta size up a little bit. Just a little, just a tiny bit. Not a lot. XCLA, small move. I'm surprised it's curling back up already. I thought the pullback was going to go lower, so it wasn't super aggressive there. But it's holding up nicely here. We might get a retest of the highs. It's possible. This is a tricky one for me though, this one, the stock here, REVB. It's fighting on the breakout here. It's fighting. It's fighting. Will we see it go? It is fighting, man. Wow. It's kind of impressive. Usually, you would have seen a pullback. Oh, too soon. Wow. So it's going to be a retest of the low. We're going to get some chop. I'm going to switch back to the other one, which is I'm going to switch back to MLGO, but it's having a false breakout here. Just seeing a lot of chop on these two. AGFY being mentioned. Let's check it out. A little cheaper. Yeah, MLGO, it's going to go back down there. So a lot of chop to start. Not the best day to be sizing up. It looks like. Can the pullback hold up? I think so. It's worth watching here. But it's definitely a little choppy. Bills feel decent. 73 for AGFY. I'm gonna take the dip. Can we hold and retest these levels? I must have gotten a terrible fill there. AGFY. Moving up. We got 73, but right back to 69. We need to be careful here because maybe the 5-minute candle turns around. We got to hold up. The candle's young though. There's like 3 minutes left. Yeah, REVB has a chance to get a red to green. It's in a position where it's not bad. And then if it comes back up high, Schwartz could get caught. This penny stock, I don't know, man. It's kind of giving me a weird vibe. It had a nice move, but then back down, and then we're here. The only bad thing is that I don't have an entry here because it's already curled up from the lows. Opportunity will cost. MLGO trying again. Can we get those short sellers to cover? Um, damn it, man! I could have gotten back in. The volume is so weird. 601 for the halt up. Short sellers are going to cover MLGO. We'll see if it gets halted up. 612. The way how it dipped and bounced up again is like it was just no indication there. 70, we got to like 90 or whatever, or 80, 85. I think like 90. It came down, we had 75. But a little bit of red. Usually we'll see a little bit more selling. REVB coming down. This is where the day is going to start, right here, on this resumption. A lot of chop to this point. Now it's time. We got 63 to 78, which is not that great with small size as well. There's gonna be a lot of risks, but I think it could still be early in the move. I'm gonna go for it. If I end up red, well, that's part of the deal. That is part of the deal. I accept the risk always. I accept the risks always. So in 5 minutes time at 49.41. AGFY, if it continues to hold up here, could be good. I'm going to try to give this position a second to work. Adding back. Can we see over 67? Okay, that was too aggressive. Maybe I should have sold the entire thing. But a longer hold there might be good from 64. I mean, it's still, it's a double bottom. There's 3 minutes to that resumption. 64.50. 64. Damn. Oh my gosh. Freaking spreads, man. Bro, getting filled 2 cents higher on a 64-cent stock is crazy, brother. But I'm buying the dip as the spread is tightening up. But where I'm buying, a lot of volume also is coming in. Like the moment I'm trying to buy, and the ask price just jumps up 3 cents. And of course, it's a market order, so you can get filled into the moon. So despite going in, seeing that tight spread, it's just a little disappointing to still get that higher fill. Resumption is about a minute away on MLGO. $300 turned into $84. Lovely. 49.41. If those air, I guess you got to be quick, right? Because other people are also trying to buy and whatever. But if I'm to get fair fills in those areas, man, I tell you. $49.41. Less than a minute. MLGO, big boy size coming out. Big boy size. This can go very great, or it can be pretty ugly, but I accept the risk. Let's see what it does. We're currently at 612. As long as it gives a good entry, I'll be in. If not, I'll be on the sidelines. Here we go. I was early, but what's it doing? I'm gonna ease off. Struggling. I don't understand how those are losing trades. I don't think I took a loss yet, but I'm seeing some red there. Waiting. I want to see it back over 6, holding above 6. If not, because we're seeing some weakness here. Is the dip going to hold up? Sometimes we do need a bit of a pullback. Is this backside? You know, it's like this pullback is pretty big. 68. KB, are you still alive, brother? K of the B. Brutal fills, brutal fills. Every trade I've lost on today has been fills. 570. I want to see $6 here if this is going to be any good. K of the B, brother. K of the B. Are you still alive? Where are those bulls? Where are those bulls? Can the 1 minute candle also eventually make the new high here? Where are those bulls, KB? Are you still here, brother? 75, 74. This thing needs to moon already. Like, what's the holdup? What are we waiting on? Judgment Day? I want to see $6 here. Or do I need more patience, right? Maybe that's the case. That's probably that's probably the case. More than likely that's what it is. If we see buying, I'll be long. It's like we're not getting a bounce. I'll keep watching, but I want to see the 1 minute candle at least make a new high. Something. We need some sort of lifeline here. That was actually a pretty fair fill, but a lot of churn. Okay, it's coming back. 72. $70. $66 on the bids. Can we see a massive buyer or something. Maybe that's what it needs, you know? It's just in the depths. We're not seeing any sort of life. I need a sign. There's some buying. What is it going to be? Anything here? I want to get ready to buy aggressively in case it does decide to go. Rada. Blazed. Okay, cool. 73. It seems like it might be getting ready. Ah, son of a gun. I should have bought back at 73. It might be aggressive 2/6, right? You gotta be careful of the spreads. You gotta be careful of the spreads. The spreads are no joke. Especially with this. Okay, alright. Too soon. I get back in. Bro, I'm making mistakes here. Because I could have gotten in there perfectly. Come on, man. What's that? 26. I'll take 14. And it's failing miserably. Lovely. Back to red. Well, that's how you can kind of have an idea of what should happen and still miss everything. Unbelievable. The candlestick is not looking great, so I'll wait. You see, this is how you can get frustrated. You gotta stay locked in. You gotta stay locked in. I think there might be a dip, but I'd like to see it drop more. The candlestick has a minute and 15 seconds. Short sellers are going to be getting in again right here aggressively because that was a terrible move. Does it have what it takes to get back up? Probably not. Miss one trade, man. You missed the move. Brother. There's 30 seconds left. If we can close it like 6:20, that would be great. But I don't know. There's 6:12. There's some bids coming in. My goal here might have to be just to try to get back flat if possible. Ay, ay, ay. Murdered on the dip here. I gotta be careful because I'm down 1,000 now. There's the bounce. The low there was about 82. I'm in at 90, which is too high. So it's showing life here. We're seeing 615, 25-cent bounce or more. Well, we know it's not supposed to be easy, right? So let's see how it plays out here. There's 20. Again, high of days at 44. Will short sellers get caught off guard here? Or will we see more resistance? I missed the dip down there, so I'm waiting. If it goes, the breakout could be good, but we got to be careful. We've seen a false breakout before, and the stock still gave the move after, so... Just gotta chip away. Just gotta chip away. And there's 3 minutes left in this 5-minute candle. Yeah, there's some selling pressure for sure, but it's holding up, right? It didn't fail miserably after that false breakout. I do think short sellers are going to be aggressive, but we'll see. It can still lean into the side of the bulls. I don't know if I want to take the breakout though. I mean, it's gonna be tricky. It could be good. That was just too slow. Buyers slow to get in right there, not quick dip. You in this stock, you take one small loss, which is supposed to be a scratch trade, you lose 300, right? You get a winner of what should be, proportional or equal. You make $50. 80 holding right there. There's a bid down there. Surprised it held up. That selling pressure looked like it was coming in. It's definitely not the best pattern we've seen anymore. Backside officially, I'd say so. Man, can't believe I'm red here, but And that's how it goes sometimes. That move up, I kind of, I wouldn't say hesitated. I knew the move was like, it seems like it was gonna happen soon, but that trade at 75 area, there just wasn't anything super convincing in that in terms of like a getting back in on the micro level. Are we going to be able to get back over 6 or will it reject? I don't love it here in this range, so I'm just kind of watching. But if it comes up convincingly, then I can, watch to get back in. 7, 9. All right. Just waiting patiently. It's definitely on to something, right? There's a minute and a half to the new 5-minute candle. If it makes a new high, that'll be pretty good. The halt up is at 57. Didn't really get a chance to come out on that dip. Can't believe 80's been holding up so well, but all the dips have been a little extended coming all the way down there. It's been holding up though. That's the second time I took what, 89, right? Last time I took 90. So the dips are very extended off of like 610, 615. We're not just seeing a 10, 15 cent dip. Are they going to cover? 80 holding up again. Their stock, stock is a mess, man. I'm surprised we didn't see more like, buying up there. I mean, it wasn't quite close to high of day at 40, but there was definitely a lot of green printing. Usually in that area is where we can hold up and then see that skip. I think I needed to do a better job buying lower, but before we held up at 80 a couple times, we did have that lower pullback to like 60, 65. So we kind of had like two levels. It might still be able to go. Freaking stock. 7, 7. There's a big seller there. 20. Five days at 44. Spreads are brutal. Do we need a dip? Maybe. I'm gonna size up for it. When it tries to go, I'm gonna size up. And if it goes, we should do well. It's gonna be a risky trade though. They're not playing with these fills though. 10, 8, 7, 7, 9. Hmm. Freaking heck, man. I shouldn't have sold that, but there's risk here. We got a bid, but we'll see if it holds. Freaking brutal. Brutal, 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 brutal fills, bro. I got filled above the ask right there. That I can show in the recap. That's crazy. High is at 40. We held up the dip. I might have to size down completely and just take it easy. Forget sizing up on that trade I was talking about. We're not getting to see any sort of consistency. That last dip, I kind of sold too soon. I did think about buying back. I'm like, maybe we should buy back because we could see that pop. But we're trending down, so we got to size down. Trending down. It's like it's struggling here. Mm-mm-mm. How's 80 gonna do, or is it gonna come down this time? Brother. Okay, we gotta call this a max loss day. We're not making any progress, and we are in the depths. What I did see on this stock today was good though. This AGFY. What I noticed is that once there's a dip that's decent, there's always gonna be the risk, but I can I can load up. It worked out nicely today. XCLA curling up a little bit, 250. Will MLGO hold up at 80 area again, or is it in the gallows? Kind of the day kind of slipped away a little bit in that area where I missed that move up because right there I already came back to flat and I positioned myself nicely to if I'm to capture that move. We got to where we need to be and we look to size it down. And we look to size it down. NXL. 5 days at 227. We'll see if it continues to move up here. The resumption was awful, but this was not a great resumption. A lot of chop and then sold off. Decided to size up today. The momentum is in the gutters. This one's a buyout. But yeah, some of the dips I took MLGO around like that 88, 91 area. Those dips that came from like 610, 615, they all pulled back all the way to 8 to 580. If I could have made that adjustment sooner, I could have done better. 82, 72, 80, 81. Even right now, we had 80, then high of 93, then 80, 77. Yeah, this we'll see how this stock does, but I'm gonna stick around a little bit, but I'm gonna watch to see if something else comes up. Mentally, I have a lot of mental capital today, but not for this stock, not for this MLGO. Something else. If something else comes up that's good, I don't mind starting small size, but I'll kind of leave this one on the side for now. We're at 45. This thing is muted. Jeez. There's a resumption coming up. Here it is. Can we get a dip? Jeez. That was close. I've been early. 15 for the move up. The breakout of 5 is just no good. Not convincing here. Not convincing. Come on. KB sleeping on that second push there. That was brutal. There's a spread there. This thing still has potential, but we'll see. Keeps holding up. We kind of need to hold up here because the candlestick is looking a little weak, and there's a minute and 5 second, a minute and like a minute and a half basically on the five. So if we hold up here, that'll be pretty good. Even if it reclaims, if it comes down, but we need to come back up. What was that? Bid's coming down. Maybe it drops out here. Just full 3 cent loss against the bids. The 1 minute candles make the new high rejecting. I swear back starts to look like backside. MLGO on the other hand, right back at highs. Perhaps a halt up, MLGO. There could be a good dip, MLGO. '96 for the halt up again. The halt is at 719. I don't think we'll get halted up here though. It's kind of been struggling to get halted. Now it's 726. Now at 34 for the halt up. $41 for the halt up now. 41. That wasn't great. Kind of late. I'd like to see a little bit more though. Pullback. Probably can give this a little bit more time just to see. If not, sellers at 7. More sellers coming in again. It might break through, but seeing some sellers coming in at 7. Yeah, okay. I think it's despite the stock going higher, I think it's time to call it. Time to lock it in. If not, I'll just keep going and then I'll get redder and redder and redder. Gotta lock it in. Gotta call it. These these stocks, I tell you. This one was pretty choppy though, but all in all, it still kind of broke out a couple times. kind of, you know, this feeling is always one of those type of feelings where you gotta do it. You just gotta do what's right. As much as I like to think that I can stay here and find a way, that's not been the case for the last hour. So gotta live to fight another day. Gotta live to fight another day. Yep, so I'm gonna shut it down. For those of you going all the way till 4, if you're going till 4 p.m. and maybe beyond, after hours, continue to be disciplined, continue to be patient, continue to look for those opportunities that you know and love. MLGO, definitely want to keep an eye on, especially if you're connecting on those areas. But if you are at max loss, sometimes you got to do, well, not sometimes, you got to do what you got to do to stop the bleeding. If not, before you know it, you're double your max loss, triple your max loss, and then you're really in the depths. So I'm going to shut it down. I'm gonna shut it down and live to fight another day. The halt's at 73 here. There it is. We'll get locked in. See, this is why you have to like move away from the screen too, because this is gonna suck you right back in. $7.88 for the halt up. I gotta leave. I gotta leave. I'm getting sucked back in again. All right. For those of you on YouTube, take care, stay safe, stay green, hit that thumbs up on the way out. Check out those links down below. And likewise for those of you in the Discord.